So for the Tool of the Week segment this week, I'm picking something that's might sound a little more familiar to your average marketing person, maybe not so much to the average K-12 teacher. We're kind of being inundated in technology and in marketing with infographics, and they can be horrific and totally worthless and just produced because people are supposed to produce infographics, and they'd be much better off writing a blog. But they also can be incredibly effective at communicating information quickly. One of the things I talked about with Intel when we were taking a look at the study book last week was this idea that our students are largely evolving in their ability to interact with media, and they are in fact becoming far more icon-oriented and pictorially oriented. And it's simply the changing nature of how we consume information. Most teachers, in fact, are reading-oriented, and especially math teachers. They're the worst of the bunch. And there's always been a disconnect between student and teacher because of that, because people tend not to be reading-oriented even before the age of Web 2.0. So if you'd like to start exploring infographics, then the place to check out is blog web2.0classroom.org, and check out a set of infographic tools. They're essentially online tools for creating infographics. And we'll post the full link to the article. But there's some great examples of good infographics. And then there's a link to Wordle, Visual.ly, StatSilk, Google Public Data Explorer, Creately, Aviary Phoenix, and in fact there's a link as well to Kathy Schrock's website on using infographics in the classroom, which is actually a great article in and of itself. Keep in mind that these are very information-dense pictures, essentially, and it's not a way that those of us who tend to rely on a whiteboard are used to communicating. We lecture, we put up information, we give examples, we give readings and handouts to our students. It's pretty rare that we'll fire up the projector and shoot an infographic onto the screen and start talking about it. But it's a great piece for beginning, great tool for creating in-class discussions. If you're flipping your classroom, asking students to respond to a single infographic, and give some thought and do some research on the statistics and the data that tend to be included in an infographic. It's a really nice jumping board or a starting point. So definitely check out blog.web2.0classroom.org. And look at their piece on infographics. It's a lot of great tools for easily creating these things that may not kind of fall out of our sleeves. As the writer points out, they don't need to be perfect, but they do need to be dense and include lots of information, and the right tools can definitely help get you there. So check that out, as well as just Google Kathy Schrock. SCHROCK, and Google Infographics. You'll find some great resources, and definitely something to try out with your classroom this week.